We have arrived in Seoul and we came hungry. So we start our trip off at Gwangjang Market, one of the oldest and largest traditional markets in South Korea. First item to devour is of course drunken bap. Addictive as always with the mustard-based dipping sauce providing a tangy kick. Spicy chicken feet is also interesting to try, with gochujang providing the heat. Here's the famous Gyeongbokgung noodle stand that was made famous by Netflix. Their ko-noodle with the hot mustard sauce is a refreshing start to our day. We follow it up with their famous Gyeongbokgung noodle mandu. A simple dish, but the noodles have a great chew. There's also various juice and beverage stands in the market. The shike is a must. Ooh, this looks like a specialty coffee shop from College Roasters, which is based in Seoul. Really surprised to find such good coffee in a traditional market. Near the market is Cheonggyecheon stream, a perfect place to take a walk and burn off all the calories we just ate. If you love Korean dramas, you've almost definitely seen this place before, as it has been featured in shows such as Lovely Runner, Love Struck in the City, True Beauty, Can This Love Be Translated, and many more. We're filming our very own Korean drama Riverwalk scene. If I had fallen in, it would have definitely been a comedy. A beautiful place of peace in a chaotic city. Feeling refreshed, we make our way over for a quick stop at the National Folk Museum of Korea, which presents historical artifacts to show the history of traditional life and cultural beliefs of the Korean people. We didn't have time to see the entire museum, but it's very well curated and worth a visit. Wait, what? What is this sculpture? Apparently, it's a Korean children's game called Mouthwatering, where one team bends over to form a horse while the other team jumps on their backs to try to make them collapse. Technically, not true. Spoiler alert, they successfully cut her hair and she falls onto the turtle shell, breaking it. It's always interesting watching someone else do a VR experience. The movement and balance of these sculptures are fascinating. Just an incredible mix of imagination and execution. We could watch these things go for hours. There's also interactive exhibits here that allow you to become part of the art. Not a bad idea to practice what to do in case of an earthquake. great time at this museum. It's large in size with plenty of exhibits to experience. A must visit for any lovers of modern and contemporary art. Quick stop at the hotel to check in. We're staying at the Grand Hyatt Seoul for this trip, which is a busy but comfortable hotel. The lit up trees look so pretty at night. We're taking a walk to the nearby neighborhood of Itaewon to experience some nightlife. This area is known for its international vibe, and there's a street full of bars that stands out. We stumbled upon a festive tiki bar here, which is a rare find in Korea. The decorative mugs that some of the drinks come in are half the fun. A wonderful spot to end the night. Waking up to a view of Seoul Tower and the city, and enjoying the park as we wait for our Uber. We took a ride to the Sungsu area, where we found a street lined with shops made out of shipping containers. This photo booth looks fun, let's give it a try. We went with the Korean manhwa style, which I think came out pretty good. Also nearby is the headquarters of SM Entertainment, known for their idol groups such as aespa and NCT. The headquarters isn't open for visitors, but we can check out their merchandise store, which is small but a fun visit for fans. Here's their headquarters in all its glory. Also nearby is the Seoul Forest Park, which is the third largest park in Seoul. It started snowing, so we can't help but be fascinated. Various sculptures are spread out in the park, and there are over 420,000 trees. So it would be a great place to visit during the spring to see the cherry blossoms. As we were walking towards the part of Songsu filled with cafes, we found a Mofusand pop-up store. What an overload of cuteness! That was a fun visit, but back to our main goal of finding coffee. Cafe Farben was opened up by BTS member RM's younger sister. The inside feels like a giant living room in an industrial building. Their signature pistachio cream latte is a must-try. The nuttiness of the pistachio goes along perfectly with the espresso and milk. Thank you for the coffee and vibes, Cafe Farben. Besides cafes, this trendy area is also known for various retail and fashion stores. Enough window shopping for now, time to take in some culture. Gyeongbokgung Palace is the largest palace in Seoul. It has been standing for over 600 years, and I must say it looks magical on a snowy day. Feels like we've been transported back in time to the Joseon dynasty. Oh look, there's a magpie navigating the obstacle course on the rooftop. Hey, that's cheating. The brick walls are worth admiring just by themselves. leaving our mark on this moment in time with our footprints. The snow falling on the frozen pond leaves a dreamy sight. It's stunning how the pond is half reflecting, half frozen. Sounds like it's time to go. Oh, we've got to dress up next time as well. Respect to everyone who dressed up in this freezing weather. I guess it helps that entrance is free if you dress up. At the nearby National Museum of Korean Contemporary History, the rooftop provides a great view of the palace and surrounding area. There's a winter festival going on across the street that we'll check out once it gets dark. The museum has free admission and provides an introduction to the history and development of Korea. There's plenty to see. What record should we take a listen to next? How about this one?
I saw you in my dreams again last night. Your sun-kissed smile haunts me every time.
Nostalgia at its finest.
I wish that when I woke up, I smiled and said I'm fine. But I
Great
woke
timeline
up
of
feeling
K-pop artists and
sad
idol
that you're
groups.
not mine.
Where's Big Bang though?
I always think your visits are a sign, but it's just my subconscious starting fires. I'm
The
happy
interactive
now,
exhibits
I
help make
promise,
this museum
but
much
don't
more
come
engaging.
back tonight, 'cause I'll wake up sad again.
How does it
that
look?
you're not mine.
Slightly cut off, but good enough, I guess.
Won't you give
Now that
me
it's dark
peace
outside, time to
tonight?
check out what
'Cause I
festive
don't
events have
think
been
I
set
could
up.
take another goodbye. I moved on, you see, but you bring him back.
Looks like
to
the projection
me.
show is starting.
It's not real, it's a lie, and it breaks me every time.
There's quite a lot of people already watching from the street corner. There's a few fun interactive activities at the festival. Of course, there's a giant Christmas tree and also a Christmas market to explore. Time to leave while we still can. We found a nearby restaurant with a local feel. Starting off with some much needed warming soup. A delicious vegetable pancake. And the restaurant's specialty of Gamjatang. One thing I know from watching Korean dramas and reality shows is that Korean people seem to drink coffee at all times of day and night. So we went to Mega Coffee to fit in. It's mega indeed. We got a room change to a junior suite at the hotel. Unfortunately, it instantly became messy as well. The box of welcome snacks look like a tasty treat. What a beautiful day, a perfect time to check out Namsan Seoul Tower up close. We're taking the most scenic route up the mountain via cable car, but another way is to walk up the mountain for around 40 minutes. Beautiful paper cranes. Namsan Seoul Tower is a communication and observation tower that was Korea's first tower servicing multiple TV and radio broadcasters. There are a ton of locks adorning the surrounding fences, which makes sense given how convenient it is to purchase one from this vending machine. Let's check out the view. This is a fabulous place to get a bird's eye view of the city and lets you really appreciate how massive this city is. The tower will also change colors to indicate the air quality, with blue being good clean air and red indicating you should probably stay at home. An absolute sea of buildings, and some remaining signs of the snow from yesterday. I wonder how many of these couples are still together. Back down the mountain we go to our next destination. Thank you, Namsan, for having us. Bukchon Hanok Village is an actual residential neighborhood, with many restored traditional Korean houses called Hanok. There's also quite a few fun art galleries to check out. We've done plenty of walking today, so time to take a cafe break. Cafe Onion is an incredibly popular cafe for its traditional Hanok design. There's also plenty of tasty and stylish baked goods inside. This snow-capped mountain pastry is their signature pastry called the Pandoro. Definitely giving that one a try. All of the baristas are diligently thumbing their dues. Shoes off to go inside. Besides the Pandoro, we also got a pesto pizza pastry and a hazelnut shushu. Time to give the Pandoro a try. This is just a mountain of powdered sugar. Definitely looks better than it tastes. But the rest of the pastries were good and the atmosphere is very unique. So this place is worth the hype. Now heading off to Gangnam for more food. We're huge fans of Jokbal, which are braised pig trotters. And this place lives up to its name as both the spicy and non-spicy versions are delicious. Got to give the crane game a try no matter where we go. These radishes look worried.
Couldn't tell.
Nope. Back at the hotel, there's a huge dog bus to greet us. Doggy postcards! Have you been naughty or nice this year? Mine's a secret just between Santa and me. Another day, another cafe. Decisions. We went with the Kadai's chocolate salt bread that is being featured. The logo is so cute. Now that's a motto we could live by. Fantastic balance of nuts and chocolate. Understage is a live music venue, but there's also an art library filled with art books, a cafe, and a music library where you can sit down and listen to vinyl records, all run by a credit card company owned by Hyundai. The inside of this book was anything but polite. In the music library, there are over 10,000 vinyl records to listen to. There are only 9 turntables, so seating is limited with only a 30-minute time limit. I've always been curious what getting a perm is like. So what better place than Korea to give it a try? This place features staff that can help communicate in multiple languages. Oppa transformation complete. What better way to celebrate a new haircut than with Korean barbecue? This place features tender beef and pork along with a soft-boiled egg dipping sauce. The steamed egg is a must-order side dish. It's always a big plus when the restaurant uses a charcoal grill to add that smoky flavor to the meat. Of course, we also got ko noodles, the perfect side to refresh your palate after devouring a mouthful of meat. Feeling satisfied, we head back to the hotel's bar for a nightcap. Along with a nice view, this bar features classical live performances and fun decorations. Spear ice is always a nice touch in a cocktail. Time to call it a night. For our last meal in Seoul, we order room service to enjoy as we pack up. Not going to lie, the hotel chef's version of these classic Korean dishes are some of the best that we've tried. The ingredients are of a really high quality that's not easily found at restaurants outside. This ice skating rink at the hotel looks like a good time. something to save for our next visit. It was a wonderful trip despite the freezing weather, but all good things come to an end. So off to the airport we go. One more coffee before we ride into the sky. Thanks for watching until the end, and I hope you stay healthy and happy. And come join us on our next adventure. Stay lively, my friends.